I think I'll entitle this one The Lost Generation. How could it be otherwise? We have a generation of people who are dependent upon AI and all of this great technology, all of the things that we've accomplished. Well, you didn't accomplish eradicating pain, suffering, and death. Technology didn't do that, did it? It just made the process of pain, suffering, and death, what, a little more tolerable? Maybe you can go to the hospital at some point and get your high technology test that can better diagnose your cancer. Yeah, that's really great. Wow, way to go. And I understand, I don't know if it's true, but it has been reported on that these ICE goons are actually taking DNA samples of immigrants and all of the things that they're doing to that segment of the population. There are no constitutional rights for them whatsoever, and probably not for the rest of us either. We're just under the illusion that there are some constitutional rights for us because they haven't come for you yet. They haven't come for me yet. Bill Cooper said long ago, you have to draw your line in the sand and tell your oppressors, if you cross that line, I'll kill you. Was he wrong? Was Behold a Pale Horse fiction or reality? Well, that should be pretty obvious by now. And Bill Cooper, perhaps one of the last true patriots, possibly Michael Rupert, another one, who died, a very broken man, Michael Rupert, taking on the system, exposing corruption, and ultimately just becoming depressed because of his inability really to generate much interest. Same thing with Cooper. And supposedly Bill Cooper died at his own home in Arizona, supposedly. I think that's where he lived. He just wasn't going to back down. I mean, a rare type of individual. I mean, just like practically non-existent. And who really knows about him? Not many. William Minton Cooper was a patriot. Now we have just a generation of people who are apathetic, affected by cognitive dissonance, normalcy bias, blah, blah, blah. And all this generation can seem to do is post things on Facebook or all the things that people do, to get attention, basically. Am I any different? No, not really. Sometimes I do, just because I get sick of talking about the same things all the time and just want to do something brainless, pretty much. Because I sense the same things that I'm sure Bill Cooper did and Michael Rupert and these type of people. The corruption is so deep, it's so systematic. I mean, All this Epstein stuff, really? Why does it even exist? How in the world did it get to the point where pedophiles are running everything? Maybe it's always been like that. I often think about things such as the Revolutionary War. Was that even real? Or was that just something that was made up and put in the school textbooks for people to think there was some sort of a movement that, against oppressive governments? And well, if that was real, what does that say about us as a generation as opposed to that generation at that time? That makes us look pretty shitty, actually. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. The human rights violations, not just in the United States, but the rest of the world. You've seen it. Whether it's Palestinians or people in China who were treated like dirt when the scamdemic was going on. It's just there are so many examples. And what's it going to come down to? Probably just you and your own belief system, what you think about it all, and how much you're going to tolerate. And I'm not out here to try to talk tough or anything like that. But at the end of the day, my goodness. My goodness. Deporting people to concentration camps here and there, or putting them in the alligator Auschwitz. It's just a farce of a place, just a absolute hell zone, and they're so proud of it. These little demons like DeSantis and the Ice Barbie and the MAGA cult, they're just love it. Just can't get enough of the human torture, the human misery. I mean, what the F? And is there anything that I can personally do about any of that? Not a lick. So what? Just turn a blind eye and go live your best life? What a joke. How can a person literally just go live their best life and put everything out of mind, out of sight? Because if it's not good for one person in this world, then it's not good for everybody. This place is a piece of dog shit. If there's anybody who is suffering from being trafficked, being sex trafficked, if you're a kid being sex trafficked, or if you're a person being detained and thrown into a concentration camp, I mean, that's indicative of a pretty sorry ass world. And when you try to wrap your mind around it, it's sometimes extremely difficult to do so. How do you carry forth and go on in a world where such evil and tyranny exists? It's just, I don't know. That's just what I was thinking about this morning. It's hard for me not to think about, how do people live with themselves, at least not speaking their mind? I mean, I'm not suggesting people take up arms and do something. That's not going to work. And if the Revolutionary War were something that really did happen, it didn't work anyway. So that's a failed concept. Just forget that. It's going to have to be an awakening from within every single person who has a soul, I suppose. And at the end of the day, it's just going to be you. You changing your own vision and really not worrying about the outside world, because there's really not a lot you can do about it. And to entertain ideas that you can, it'll just eventually lead to depression, because you'll realize how dire and how pathetic the situation really is. So all you can really do is just change your own vision and try to develop the empath inside of yourself, if there is that within you. I don't think that exists with all people. I don't think all people have souls, to be honest. Dolores Cannon proposed that, that idea that many people are just background characters. They're not even real. And they're getting easier to identify as the days go by. It's not very hard to see them. The soulless ones who care nothing about anybody or anything except for themselves and what they can get out of this life. I know people like that. They don't care about anything other than themselves. I've got dreams and desires, and you're going to die, motherfucker. And all of your dreams and desires are going to go into the void, into the abyss. Just remember that. Is there a higher purpose? God, I hope so. That's my own personal belief, is that there's got to be some sort of higher purpose. And why the hell did I sign up for this crap? Or did I even consent to it in the first place? I don't know. I don't follow the ideas of other people. I don't follow religions. I don't follow any of that. I just look at the world, form my own impressions, and go from there. And I'll tell you what, my impressions are not really good right now. Anyway, well, that's about it for this, and I am going to leave it at that, and I guess head to the gym. That's about all that's left. Just maybe do something to lift your own spirit to continue forward for another freaking day. Play the game. Clock in and play the game. All right, I'll leave it at that.